everyone. Thanks for pressing play. We are talking great comics from March 19th, 2014. Tons of great stuff hitting the shelf. Fun question of the week and some other things that we're going to talk with you about. As always, this handsome devil is Randy. I am Chris. We are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana.
That's right.
And guys, thanks for talking to us and subscribing to our show. We are just shy of 200 subscribers on the channel. You can make that change and make it 200 plus. That would be awesome. And guys, we really appreciate the engagement that we're getting on the YouTube channel and our videos, as well as on Facebook. We see that a lot of you guys have come over to our Facebook page and are talking with us over there. That is awesome, and we appreciate it. So guys, before we dive into everything else, Randy had a little something he wanted to give you a sneak peek about.
That's right. Coming up, first weekend, first Saturday in May, we have Free Comic Book Day. This is second or third, don't remember, one of those days. But Free Comic Book Day, that means you can show up at the comic shop, and there is a selection. It's not just anything. There's a select number of comics there that you can pick up from. Here at our store, we usually say, try to keep it around 3. Don't just pick up one of everything, because we want enough for everybody to be able to enjoy this. Otherwise, it would be over and done with in 10 minutes.
Exactly.
But
there are those.
Yeah, there are those. Pick up what you want to read, not just anything because it's there.
Yeah.
But there are comics for kids, there are comics for adults, there are comics for everybody in between, and some of this stuff is brand new material, some of it is reprint material. There's just everything in between. Another one of the things that we encourage, and I'm sure all other comic shops encourage, is wear your costumes. People like that. They enjoy taking pictures with everybody. Everybody now has the smartphone that has the camera, so they can take pictures right then and there with their kids with these characters, or themselves with the characters.
Exactly. And if you do that, if you do come in costume and stuff, or if you come in and just want to show off the swag you walk out with, take a picture of it and post it on Facebook and tag us. We'd love to share it with everybody on our profile and our pages as well. We want people to come out and have fun and get free stuff. And I talked to a guy. I talked to a guy in Houston at a shop, and he said the Free Comic Book Day, he has this one lady that comes in with like 6 kids. And they come in and just pillage the place.
We've had similar stories there.
No, he said that's the only time she ever comes in.
We have similar stories there.
Don't be that person, guys. But do come in. It is May 3rd. May 3rd. The first Saturday. And we're going to have even more information coming to you. But like you can also go to freecomicbookday.com.
Yeah, or their Facebook page.
Yes.
And if you've picked up a previews, it's in the front section of the previews before Dark Horse Comics.
Okay. So. And we'll have a video out, too, between now and then, guys, to give you the details and all that. Plus more. But, guys, mark your calendar. May 3rd, Free Comic Book Day. Don't miss it. Moving on to the question of the week. This guy's been ready and waiting for it. He's just been amped up.
I feel like I've kind of told you guys this before. I don't know. Deja vu.
Deja vu indeed. Guys, question of the week is this. There's been a lot of focus here recently on a lot of newer comics coming out that are focusing on female characters. And that is great. That is awesome. So the question of the week for this week is, who are your top 3 favorite female characters of all time? It can be from any company, any team, any superhero, non-superhero, from anywhere, from any creator. It's not just Marvel or just DC, it's anywhere. So, guys, your top 3 favorite female characters of all time.
All right.
Go ahead, Randy.
I've got, let's see here. Okay. Number 3 for me is Kachu from the Strangers in Paradise comics. Feisty, fiercely loyal, dangerous, don't mess with her, and just an all-around great character that Terry Moore has created there. He's done that over and over again, but Kachu is his Kachu is his most widely recognized character there,
Okay.
I think. And, also, I've got from DC Comics, you may think I'd go Power Girl or Star Girl, but I'm going to go with Renee Montoya as one of my favorite characters. And Renee Montoya, her history really begins with the Batman animated series, like Harley Quinn, but then she jumped over and they threw her into the comics. And she wasn't just a police officer with the Gotham PD forever. She then eventually, due to a lot of maybe naughty cop activity, was dismissed from her job and spent the next year or so drinking. And they had Charlie, whatever his name is, the original Question, came along, found her, started training her, and she eventually took over as the Question.
Okay.
And I loved what they did with her character, and I loved kind of the redemption story that they had there. However, you haven't seen her in the new 52 universe at all, and I think that's an absolute crime. Where is this, awesome lady? Yeah. Finally, for me, Marvel Comics. You've heard me mention her name a couple of times here and there. Miss America from the Young Avengers, and from she first appeared in the miniseries Vengeance. Yeah. Is an amazing character. What she at first seemed like she was probably some Latino young lady, but she's not. I think she's an alien from another dimension, and just everything about her has been great. She's not one of these young girls who doesn't really know what to do with her powers, or is unconfident. She's like exudes confidence in everything, and she stands toe to toe with any young character or established older character. There isn't afraid to stand toe to toe with them. So I just like her. Want to see more of her character.
Nice. And I wonder where we will see more of her, because I don't know where she is right now.
Yeah, Young Avengers is kind of over with. So I'm not sure if she's going to be in the next incarnation of it or elsewhere.
Maybe she'll show up in Avengers Undercover.
That'd be cool.
I kind of like to see that.
That'd be cool.
Great choices.
Yeah. Tell me
Great
yours.
choices. Guys, my top three, a mix and mash of some classics and some new ones.
Okay.
Starting off for me, Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Cool.
She burst onto the scene and just stayed there.
Yeah.
And I've loved her in the comics, and I've loved her in the TV show as well, because I think they did a great job with casting. The lady, the actress that plays her on the show, has been great, and becoming even more of a better character in recent episodes to me. So always, Michonne is just one of the best. I really dig her. I can read The Walking Dead just for her. Mm-hmm. If Rick was out of the way and she took over, I'd still be on board. That's just me. Number two, and we've only recently been introduced to this character at all, period, but Velvet.
Oh, okay.
Brubaker and Epting's comic book, and that's not her name. I'm trying to. I can't remember her name exactly.
No, I think that's like a code name or something.
Exactly.
That
she's awesome. She's awesome. I mean, we're 4 issues into this series, 3 or 4 issues into this series, and she is. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. She portrays like the ultimate agent, man. She just will do whatever it takes, and is not afraid to do what it takes in the series. And you see that. You've already seen that in like 3 issues of the series. Yeah. And there's so much to her. With each issue, there's just every issue you see the face of one person that she starts talking with, bam, you're taken back like 20 years. I mean, that there's a history with this person, and you get strong glimpses of it just like that. And guys, for me, classic one for my last one. I mean, this is like she's awesome. She's just awesome because not only is she a superhero, but she's a mom. And she juggles everything that has to do with family and superhero. But for me, it's going to be Sue Storm.
Okay.
I got to give kudos to the working mom there. I mean, she's awesome. And my wife, I can really relate that character even more so now that I'm married and older and kids and stuff. But she's awesome, and writers that have dealt in that. It's not just an aside in the story. I mean, a mom with kids. I mean, that's just how they are. They're busy. They love him. They want the best for him. They want the best for everybody, and they deal with things and just show strength in those regards. So I think Sue Storm really rounds out that top 3 for me.
Cool.
So
I had not thought of Sue, but
yeah. So that's me. Hey guys. Log in, Google+, tell us your top 3 female characters in the comments below. Tell us what comics you're picking up this week. And speaking of comics for this week, Randy.
Got some storylines going on here.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to go in a different direction because I know you've got Forever Evil covered here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a couple of Marvel point nows that are coming out.
Okay.
And we have Iron Man number 23 point now. This is a cool one because this is actually the start of a storyline. Some of these other ones have not been.
Right.
This is Rings of the Mandarins, plural. Don't know what exactly that means. Are there going to be multiple Mandarins? This is cool because this is Iron Man versus Malekith.
Yeah.
And
I saw that. Yeah.
Science versus magic kind of thing going on there. And the other cool thing that is going to be happening with that is you're going to have, I think I've been saying it, telling you guys, your first appearance of one of the Marvel UK characters from the Revolutionary War series is showing up in this Iron Man book. So
okay,
you've got that going on. Also, we have Uncanny X-Men number 19 point now.
Right.
This one is going to be cool. This is the start of a storyline where we see Cyclops, Emma Frost. They are really going gung ho with trying to take it to be aggressive and ensure that the mutant kind stays where they're at, that they are not being diminished, being sought out, persecuted, anything like that. And their first target is going to be S.H.I.E.L.D. Don't know if that's going to necessarily help their cause or hurt their cause, make them look like public enemy number 1, or what's going to exactly happen there. Mm-hmm. But it's brought to you by Bendis, who's been doing a really good job with this series. He sometimes does have the talking heads thing going on, but there's still some action there. I enjoy it, and you have Bachalo back on the art there, so should be good. I've enjoyed it. Those are your Marvel Nows coming out.
Those are the Marvel Nows. Yes, X-Men vs. S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to see that. Guys, moving on. We've got two Forever Evil tie-ins that are hitting this week, and this is all about to wrap up, guys.
Yes, it is.
But we have Suicide Squad number 29 hitting the shelf this week. A Thinker has OMAC and is delivering OMAC to the crime syndicate. It's up to Suicide Squad to stop that.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can. Also, the Forever Evil Blight storyline continues this week. We've got Trinity of Sin Pandora number 9. This is part 17 of 18. And in this, the Justice League Dark may actually find a traitor within their midst. None other than John Constantine.
What?
Say it ain't so. But guys, this is the next to last issue of the Blight storyline, which will conclude in Justice League Dark number 29, which will be hitting the shelf next week or the week after. And then we're almost done with the Forever Evil storyline. So there you go, guys. There's 2 Forever Evil stories continuing this week in DC Comics.
Yeah, that's kind of it for events.
I know. There's really nothing.
I think there is an issue. I think Warheads of the Revolutionary War coming out here, and that's about to wrap up. But we're trying a little different thing with our format here, guys. Just to shorten it up because we can get talky here. so just like I did here, anything else that might be out there, we'll throw in at the end as to mention to you. But we're going to try and move things along.
Number ones.
Yes.
Yes.
The big number one that may be coming out here, people looking forward to, American Vampire Second Cycle.
Yes.
Number 1 coming out. Why? Scott Snyder. And he's joined by his pal, Raphael Albuquerque is how it looks like. Took a wrong turn to Albuquerque. That's what I always think of. I didn't think people actually had that last name, but they do.
Exactly.
As proved by Raphael there.
Exactly.
So, This story takes place, they've now moved ahead. We're in the 1960s. You have Pearl. She happens to be an American vampire. What is that exactly? She's a vampire that the sun does not harm her. Gold, however, does harm her. And then we have Skinner Sweet. And Skinner Sweet just so happens to be an American vampire also, and the person that turned Pearl.
Right.
And these two, last time they met, he kind of brought Pearl's world crashing down there.
Okay.
And so they are not exactly friendly with each other.
Okay.
This time, if their lives meet, we don't know what's going to happen exactly. If it's going to be good, if it's going to be bad. We don't know if their lives will meet, but it likely could happen with the new big, bad, bloody threat that's going on, that's happening here. And we'll see exactly what that is. It's kind of hush-hush secret right now.
Yeah.
But, so you have that. This is the second part to their story here.
Okay.
I don't know how long this is going to go on before they're finished telling the story, but it's a great jumping on point for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And guys, readers, I have learned this. Actually, I've taken realization of this recently. Readers of American Vampire, you don't have to tell them when it's coming out. They tell you.
Yeah.
Everybody I've talked to about American Vampire, they're like, "Hey, that's coming out in 2 weeks. Are you reading it? Are you getting it? That's coming out next week. Are you getting it?" I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay. Well, I hadn't looked at the schedule yet and stuff." But guys, yeah, kudos to you guys. Yeah, you guys are on your game. The number one book that I'm really looking forward to this week, and there's two, but this one edges it out just by a hair, is the all-new Ghost Rider, number one, hitting the shelf this week. We got Felipe Sobrero and Trad Moore on the book. Trad Moore, he did the art for Legend of Luther Strode, Strange Town of Luther Strode. He's done covers. Now this is his first Marvel work.
Yeah, interior work,
correct. Interior work, and Marvel has just let him just take the reins. I dig his style. This really looks good. This focuses on a brand new Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
This is not Johnny Blaze, not Danny Ketch, not Alexandra Blaze, not anybody you've seen before. This is Robbie Reyes, a young teen in Los Angeles that is parentless, but having to take care of his younger handicapped brother. And it's set, like I said, it's set in Los Angeles, and we don't have a motorcycle that we're riding around on. We've got a hot rod car.
That's right.
And it looks freaking awesome. I think it's a Charger. There's a 69 Charger.
There's
something.
Like one of our customers got excited. He wasn't too excited about the book until he saw the car, and then he's like, "Oh, it's that car!" And I'm not a car guy, so I don't know.
He's not one of those classic muscle cars is what he's going to be riding around.
It's cool looking.
Yeah, so this looks really, really good. Take the right, everything I've read about it, the interviews and stuff I've read with the writer and the artist. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the story, how Robbie Reyes fits into all this. He seems to be kind of a character that keeps everything under control, but there's something bubbling under the surface with the way life has dealt him and having to deal with gangs and keep his brother protected and safe and take care of him and stuff. So what will be that key moment that makes him the spirit of vengeance? Yeah. I want to find out. We'll find out with this. So there you go, guys. All new Ghost Rider number one.
You know, I Googled all new Ghost Rider, and I came up with a kind of a disturbing result. And this is the mainstream media is looking at it and saying that the character designs for him are based off of one of the singers from One Direction. They have a face-by-face.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. That's funny.
So I guess maybe that's a way to kind of get some other younger readers in.
Yeah.
I don't know, but go with it. Whatever works for you. Also out, I'm going to leave the other big one to Chris here. Also out this week, another number one from Dark Horse Comics is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 10. Now, they ended the series with Season 7 on TV. They've had 8 and 9 as comic books, and now we are back for Season 10 in comic book form. This time, though, we have a totally new creative team. The creative team is Christus Gage and Rebecca Isaacs. They were the team that did the Angel Season 6 or something comic that came out here. And this right here focuses on, if you've been following Buffy, Buffy's been dealing with a whole other world of everything. But season 10, we're getting back to Slayers versus vampires.
Yeah.
Something Buffy knows all about. However, we've read that story before, so it wouldn't be the same or we don't want to read the same thing. There's going to be something there. They've got a big surprise there for Buffy, something she's not expecting, something that's going to turn her world upside down, and this whole thing that she's all used to with the Slayers versus vampires may not seem as easy as she might think it is. So looks to be a fun one, and Buffy fans, you've got your season 10.
There you go. The story continues. I think that's cool. I think that's kind of cool. So, yeah. Guys, the other big one that I'm looking forward to this week is Daredevil #1.
Yes.
And in case you haven't noticed, guys, Marvel is moving everything West Coast because Daredevil has left Hell's Kitchen in New York and has moved on to San Francisco, California. So, guys, new storyline. If you read the last series, you know how everything wrapped up there with the Sons of the Serpent storyline that was going on, the big ramifications to Matt Murdock's life. Now he's moved to San Francisco. All new direction, all new story. I want to see where Mark Waid takes it. There's not really just a ton I can tell you about this issue. It's a brand new #1, new story and everything. But knowing Mark Waid and Chris Samney, who are back on as the creative team on this book, or continuing as the creative team on this book, stellar. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this new #1.
In case some people are a few issues behind, what you know is that Matt Murdock has sat down there in court and said, I am Matt Murdock, I am Daredevil, and one of the ramifications of that has been that he has lost his license in New York.
Oh, okay.
And his girlfriend has told him, look, it's next to impossible if you've lost your license to pick up your license anywhere else in any other state unless you've possibly practiced law in that state before. And so apparently, guess where he's practiced law before? Yeah. So I don't know the old issues where that's happened, but that's occurred somewhere in Daredevil's past. So he's going to not exactly unfamiliar stomping grounds there.
Okay. Very cool.
So without giving anything away there, we give you a little bit of information. Just a little touch. Bam! We'll spice it up. Lastly, we have Sovereign #1 coming out from Image Comics. This is Chris Robertson. The big hubbub with Chris Robertson right now probably is that his series I Zombie is being made into a series for CW. CW. So he is the person behind that. It's going to seem a little different to what the book actually is there, but you can pick up the trades on iZombie or the individual issues if you're one of those, and read that. But with Sovereign, this is kind of his Game of Thrones, so to speak. He wants to create one of those kind of worlds, an in-depth kind of world like George R.R. Martin has. And with this, we have a world that, a fantasy world that at one point in time, gods, demons, magic, all that was normal. It was a part of the land, but that has long since been forgotten. Except now it seems like all of it's coming back. And you have these, let me see how they describe them, these undead undertakers that I guess is the focus of the story, and they're tasked with having to fight these threats that are suddenly rising up from the ashes of their history, their past, and I guess I don't know if they know exactly what it is or what, but it's a really cool concept, and it's going to be coming to you this Wednesday.
Seriously, if you love Game of Thrones, I'm sure that you'll enjoy this. And the artist, Paul Mayberry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of the preview pages I've seen, not exactly but did remind me of Paul Pope a little bit.
Okay.
That kind of style, that kind of indie looking style, but it still looked great.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. If you're loving Vikings and Game of Thrones, that type of stuff, this should be a no-brainer for you.
To me, this looks like something that maybe Oni Press would have picked up, but it's there at Image, so they're really going with it.
They're running with it. Run! Guys, that's it for the number ones for this week.
Yes.
Moving on now to some of our favorites, stuff that we read month in, month out, that we recommend to you.
Yeah. Let me just mention real quickly. Another number one,
The Witcher.
Witcher is coming out from Dark Horse Comics. That's another one to take a look at. But we're focusing on our top 5 big number ones that were coming out there.
Yeah.
So, on to our favorites.
Guys, favorites. Yes. I'm going to kick this off.
Woohoo.
Are you ready? Can you handle it, sir?
I'm
Gravel, Combat Magician, number 2. And with number 1, we got this is Gravel. This is Gravel. This is, and I'm saying that because this is Gravel. He's the one that comes in and cleans up everybody's freaking mess.
Yeah.
And we got an excellent glimpse.
Magical mess.
Exactly. And we got an excellent look at that with number 1. What was going on? He's in prison. He's in prison, like kind of by choice. He just wants to be there. He can go anywhere and do whatever he wants to do. But he just loves having his 3 squares a day, and nobody messes with him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But then he gets called onto a case because it looks like a combat magician has went rogue in Tokyo and caused some very disturbing things to happen there. But in the midst of that, when you're reading it, and the general or whatever is talking to him, Gravel comes to find out that the combat group that he's been a part of and been part of for so long, it's like gone to crap. Anybody can get in. People aren't getting trained like they need to, and now he has to come in and fix it. That's kind of like the idea of it all, and it's so typical Gravel. It's just good. It's just like I don't know. It's just I can't describe it other than it's just Gravel. That is Gravel. He's the guy that comes in and cleans it up. But guys, with the second issue, we are moving on to Tokyo to find out even more of who this rogue combat magician is and what has happened in Tokyo, because it is pretty dark and messy there. So yes, I cannot wait to see more of this. This is an excellent start to this new ongoing series. Love it.
Cool. For me, we have one of my favorites, Lazarus, number 7 is coming out here. That's part 3 of the storyline, Lift. This is... we see right now Forever is out kind of on the outskirts of their property, checking out some goings on, some rumblings that she's heard of, and that's the Carlyles. That's her family. So she's finding out things that maybe her family hasn't been so forthright with her about, some stuff that they've wanted to keep hush hush, some things that might kind of clue her in as to, they're not exactly the nicest people in the world, or right. They kind of have some dark secrets that they don't want to let out there. Yeah. Also, and this has been a really cool part of the story, we have the Barretts. They have been a family that you've seen affected by just kind of everything that that's beneath the Carlyles. It's just like, well, that's business kind of thing. So their family is kind of in ruins, and the only thing that they could do is move on, and they're moving on to Denver. Except there's a dangerous road ahead there, and it looks like they're going to suffer some pretty heavy losses before they get to Denver. Intense book, very well written, and this right here, Forever could be up there with Velvet as being just like one of the best new female characters to come along in quite some time here. Michael Lark, Greg Rucka, intensely, insanely good creators.
Yeah, great series.
Yeah,
barely missed my top 3 there. So. Yeah. But guys, the other one for me from Image Comics, Ghosted, number 8. I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this series. Excellent start off to it. Now we've entered into the second storyline where Jackson T. Winters has been found by the people that he originally tried to double cross, the Indian casino that he tried to do something with, but now he's working for them to help them find a family member of the tribe that has gone missing or been abducted. And we find out way more to that story with what's been going on. It is not that's been the really cool thing. It is not what it seems on the surface.
What he's been told is a totally different story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, and I think the action is kind of bumped up a notch here too with the second storyline here, and I'm totally digging it. We're in Mexico. It's not safe. It's not what Jackson was told it would be. Boom. Here we go. So this is a great series, guys. The first volume is collected. You should get it. Check it out. It's one of those Image first volumes, which are usually 4 or 5 collected comics into one edition for like $9.99, something like that. That's a great jumping on point. Check out Ghosted.
Yeah, I miss the original artist.
I do miss that. I think that he's going to come back.
Is
like
okay?
The next arc.
Good.
I think so, but the artist is still good for this one. It's taken on a different tone, but it's still good for me. So
yeah. Up next for me, just powerful women all over. This is why we're asking this, because even the female ghost, who's her name?
I thought about her too, man.
She's awesome.
Anderson, yes.
Thank you. We have from DC Comics, Wonder Woman number 29 is coming out. This is a big issue. Why? Because we have a whole lot of things coming to a head within Wonder Woman's life, and one of those things is that she's had to accept the fact that she is now the god of war, and she's going to have to. She has kind of been pushing that aside, saying no, and now it looks like in order to get some things done, she has to step up and accept the mantle there, and so it's Azzarello Chiang, however you say his last name. They have been killing it on this book. This has been intense, and when they finally finish telling their story, it's going to be a sad time for me, because it has been flawless.
Really that good?
Absolutely flawless.
Because you've been talking me into it, man. We've got the first collections here, and I've been thinking about getting the trade paperbacks.
I had a guy come in just the other last week, and he said, you've mentioned Wonder Woman to me. It's been brewing here, and I think I'm going to get. Should I get the first volume or the first 2 volumes? I'm like, you're going to fly through it. I mean, as a guy working here at the shop, I can go, I get to them, but man, you're going to fly through it. And I've had multiple people over the last couple of weeks here say, I've listened to you and I've picked this up, and you're absolutely right here. So, I like it kind of a different, if you can tell it while still being true to the character, a different take on characters, and this is exactly what that is. And they managed to really be heavy into the mythology without being heavy into the mythology, if that makes sense. Everything about this has been golden. Yeah,
we have the first 2, and I think the 3rd volume just came out.
No, 3rd in paperback, and the 4th one in hardcover.
Yeah, there we go. So, I'm on the edge.
Do it!
Last favorite for me hitting the shelf this week, Thor God of Thunder, number 20.
Boom.
Guys, Jason Aaron, Asad Ribic, what more do I need to say? It's written awesome. It's beautifully drawn. And we still see modern day Thor fighting Roxanne and facing off still with the Minotaur in the background, but also we see King Thor in the future still dealing with Galactus.
Yeah.
So guys, you should be reading this. If you have not read Thor God of Thunder, you need to get the collections.
Yeah.
Read, because you'll fly through those too. You'll sit down and you'll just be like, oh my god, with each page. So, Thor God of Thunder, boom. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Asad Ribic should only be allowed to draw this because it's so awesome when he does.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Final for me, we have all new Invaders number 3 coming out. James Robinson, thank you for bringing back excitement to my comics. It just has an old school feel to these stories. This right here, the Kree finally have all the pieces that they need to this weapon that's going to allow them to control gods, and that's what they think that is their edge to be able to remain the superpower in the universe. And we have the people who are up to stopping them happen to be the old school Invaders, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and the original Human Torch, Jim Hammond. Mm-hmm. They're missing one of their boys, though. That boy would be Namor, who happens to be on the Kree homeworld right now. And they're like, Namor, one of our invaders, one of our boys is missing. Let's go get him.
Yeah.
How are they going to get there? It looks like they may have a little help from the original Vision, and I forget his name, but we're not talking about Vision robot guy. We're talking about the Vision that was, more like a mystic guy who would poof show up and stuff. So, looks like he's going to be the guy that's helping them get to there. And there's some mysterious guest star. Don't know who it is. Don't know if it's friend. Don't know if it's foe. But it's going to be somebody that the Invaders definitely are not expecting.
Very cool.
Love it.
Very cool. Guys, an exciting week of comics. I mean, just be honest here. This is going to be a great week.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a big week for you. You said you're going to have a large stack. And if you're going to have a large stack, I know I'm going to have a large stack too. So there we go. But guys, this is it. Tell us in the comments below who your top 3 favorite female characters are.
Yeah. And
tell us what you're getting this week. All the stuff that we mentioned, plus so much more, is hitting the shelf. So guys, tell us in the comments below, hey, these are my top 3 female characters that I love, and this is what I'm getting this week, and I'm really looking forward to these comics. Bam, bam, bam. Tell us in the comments below.
Yeah.
So guys, that's really it for this week, man. It's an exciting month. A lot of stuff has been hitting. A lot of new stuff has been coming out. And that may be a question of the week coming up soon. We will see.
We shall see.
We shall see indeed. But guys, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, Skip, we really appreciate it. and please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a subscriber, please share the video. Let folks know, hey, I like this show. You should watch it. Check it out. These guys are talking about comics. And it's a kind of cool show. And that's what we want to be, a cool show, hopefully, to all the kiddos.
Yeah.
But guys, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, ExcaliburCCG.com. Don't forget about our store in Texarkana, Texas. You can find us on Facebook, here on YouTube, subscribe, Twitter. But guys, we really appreciate you watching. Please comment below. Anything else to add, sir?
Be on the lookout for the Free Comic Book Day information as we get it to you. Also, I just like to try and make Brad's life hard sometimes here. And, you see these long, luscious locks. They're about to get cut off here. It would just be so cool if he could give me, let's go Walter White or Lex Luthor here. Give me a hairstyle, Brad.
Give me a hairstyle, Brad. Only you can do it, Brad.
Only you can do it.
Only you, sir.
That's right.
That's awesome. Guys, that's it for this week. Comment below. Until next time, take care.
See ya. That'd be cool. Or the Quentin Choir, which is like
the scalp sides and
the scalp, just like the little tuft.
The tuft. I love it. The little tuft.